He came like a whisper, not the loud kind of whisper, the one that slips through cracks and changes the whole room. People called him simple, but simple can hide a storm. The city slept under lamps and prayers. Streets hummed with markets, with footsteps, with secrets. And in that quiet, a story began to bend the fate of a small family. You know those moments, one choice, one night, one breath, that tilt everything? This was one of them. He worked with his hands, not for glory, not for fame, just to fill bowls, to steady the roof, to send a child to learn. Yet his eyes had a map of places he never visited. Dreams stitched together with worry. Dreams folded inside patience. There was a rumor. A caravan was coming. Not the usual traders. Tales said it carried something heavier than gold. An idea. A book. A promise. Neighbors argued over tea. Some said, leave it be. Some said, run toward it. And she, the woman who held the household like a secret, she listened differently. She counted not coins, but chances. She had a fire that hid behind calm. And when the caravan's shadow crossed the lane, she felt the pulse of something new. The children chased a stray dog. Laughter like a small rebellion. Outside, a man in the caravan spoke in a voice that split calm like lightning. He said, "This is not only for kings." Those words fell into the street and into the ears of those who thought themselves small. A decision formed, not loud. It was quieter, a steady, stubborn thread. They would go, not for gold, but for the story tucked inside the caravan's crates, for the lesson wrapped in dust. Want to see what they find inside the crates? They moved before dawn, when the city still held its breath. No drums, no goodbyes, just footsteps, and a promise not spoken aloud. The caravan waited at the edge of the road, camels shifting, wood creaking, men guarding crates like memories. One box stood apart, not bigger, not brighter, just heavier, as if silence lived inside it. The speaker from the night before noticed them. His eyes didn't judge. They measured. He asked one question only. Do you know what you're carrying? No one answered, because the truth was, they didn't. And sometimes destiny doesn't ask for certainty. It asks for movement. The lid opened, slow, careful. Inside was not gold, not jewels, not weapons. Pages, old, worn, breathing with ink and time. Words that once traveled mouths before they traveled paper. The man explained quietly, these words rebuild people from the inside. Not everyone survives that. Fear slipped in, not the running kind, the thinking kind. The kind that asks, what if I'm not ready? That night, they camped under a sky too wide to ignore. The children slept first. The woman stayed awake. She traced letters she couldn't yet read. Still, she felt them, like a pulse, like truth tapping from inside a locked door. By morning, the city rumors had already chased them. Some said the caravan carried rebellion. Others said punishment followed it. And fear has a way of spreading faster than truth. When soldiers appeared on the road, armor catching the sun, the decision came back. Stay safe or stand firm. The man stepped forward, hands empty, voice steady. He said nothing about power, nothing about politics, only this. Knowledge doesn't belong to one house. The air tightened. Seconds stretched. Then a command was shouted. Search the caravan. Hands reached for the crate. And in that moment, everything balanced on a breath. Will the words be taken, or will the truth escape? The crate was lifted. Not gently, not cruelly either. Just enough force to remind everyone. Power never whispers. It announces itself. The soldiers tore the lid open. Pages spilled like startled birds. Ink met dust. And for a moment, nothing happened. No thunder. No collapse. Just silence. The kind that forces men to hear their own thoughts. One soldier bent down. He picked up a page. He didn't mean to read it, but the words climbed into his eyes anyway. His grip loosened. The commander noticed. Anger flashed. Fear hid beneath it. Because rulers fear not swords first. They fear understanding. The woman stepped forward. Her voice didn't shake. That surprised even her. These words don't attack. They awaken. A laugh broke out. Sharp. Defensive. The commander ordered the crate burned. Fire was brought. A small flame. But flames are strange. They either destroy or reveal. As the pages burned, people gathered, not to fight, to watch. And watching became listening, and listening became remembering. Children repeated lines they barely understood. Travelers memorized fragments. Even the soldiers carried pieces away, not in hands, but in minds. When the fire died, nothing valuable seemed left. But the road felt different, lighter, as if something invisible had escaped. They were released. No reward, no punishment, just dismissal. Years later, the city changed quietly. Homes gained shelves. Teachers spoke softer but deeper. Questions became welcome. No one spoke of the caravan anymore, but everyone lived differently because of it. And the family? They never became famous. They became necessary, carriers of meaning, guards of understanding. Because real revolutions don't announce themselves. They move through people, line by line, heart by heart. If one hidden story can change a city, how many truths are still waiting to be carried?